and nowadays cybercrimes are increasing. So when you are working with technology, you will also learn about uh, online safety and the do's and don'ts of the internet. So here are the so here is the tech, so here's like the journey, the technology learning journey. So it starts with basics of computers, because like MS Office, Internet surfing is like one of the most basics, like searching on Google or what is a PPT, how to make a PPT and all that. And step two is Scratch and coding. So Scratch is basically like a MIT software, which is a block-based, very easy software to create, games and animations, educational projects, it's whatever you want. And Odoo is to create 3D games. So you can create like any 3D game you want. It's just like Scratch. It is also drag and drop, and it is one of the first steps of coding. Step three is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So this helps you basically in making interactive websites. So in this we can like basically the websites you see on Google, you can like code them and the switching tabs and all that. So that can also happen from this. Then step four would be MIT App Inventor. So on MIT App Inventor, we design apps on the software, and it is all the apps you see on App Store. Most of them are made with this, and it is a very great software to make any kind of app. Then step five is one of the key parts of the technology learning journey, which is design and animation. So this helps us to learn, like, so it helps us to create any visual uh, graphics on our computer. So we can use this for any educational project, or we can use this if we want to design games, if you want to go into game development further. And then step six is basically front end and back end languages. So C, C++, C Sharp, Java, Python, and SQL. So these languages are very advanced. And from this, after this, you can start with all the core game development on a software called Unity, which is basically like so although many games have been made on Unity, so this is one of the most important and advanced steps of the whole journey. Okay. So to get started, we can start with the block-based programming tool by MIT called Scratch, and then which will help us learn the basic logics of technical programming. So basically, we can learn some of the code, or like some of the code lines which might help us further in like HTML and CSS. So they are quite similar. Then we can easily create games, animation, and educational projects on Scratch. After that, we can move on Odoo, which is a 3D game designer. So it is also like so I just told you about that. And if after Odoo, you can start with Roblox and Minecraft Education Edition. So they are also about coding completely, and they will help you in 3D and 2D based game development. Next, we have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which will help us in website development. And also, you should be able to achieve all the Scratch and Odoo part by grade 5 maximum, because it doesn't take more than a year to do both of them. Next, we have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So this will help you in website development, and you should be able to achieve this by around grade 6 or age 11. To create apps, we will need to learn MIT App Inventor, which is also a drag and drop based programming language, just like Scratch. And we should be able to achieve all this by grade 7, which is age 12. So this is all basically the most basic and the most easy parts. We have then we have 3D design and animation, which should take us around till grade 10 to completely learn it, which is like around 14 or 15 years of age. And then we have all the backend and front end languages like C, C++, C Sharp, which I told you just about. And which will take you a lot of time because this is the key part of coding. And then you can proceed to a software called Unity, which will help you create games. So here are some famous games made on Unity, and I'm sure you must be knowing about at least one of them. And then this will take you around age 17 to master everything in the technology learning journey. So after you've mastered these 6 steps, you can do whatever you want. Like there are many languages, there are many languages which you can, coding languages like Ruby and all that, which you can start with. So it is completely up to you what you want to do. But after these 6 basic steps, it is your journey and you can follow it your way. So next step would be, so it is my tech journey. So when I was 6, I didn't know anything about computers or what even coding was. Then I found out something about some coding classes and I wanted to learn about technology and gadgets. So after I took interest in technology for a while, my parents started to look for classes and I had a and I found a teacher who helped me. After that, I've been learning new things in coding ever since, and it was not easy. It was not a very quick process to be the finalist in the Google Code to Learn competition, as it took me months to achieve it. After I finished with the Google Code to Learn competition, I started with basic web dev, which is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and then I can go into advanced website development. So currently I'm doing 3D design and animation, and I've started with Python, which is also a programming language. And I'm still exploring web dev because I'm trying to learn new things every day, and I still do Scratch, I still do so Odoo. So it's like one of the most important part is like you do all the coding languages once because there is so much to explore that you will always learn something new. So my projects. So here is a video. So I will stop and tell you basically how I made some of the projects, and these are some of my projects which I've made. The Google Code to Learn projects, the ones which I have made under my different programming languages, and yeah, it's just me testing them out. So this is the game called Escape the Box. So I basically made this for the Google Code to Learn competition, which I ended up becoming the finalist of. So it was so the Google Code to Learn wasn't that you should have to make some very super high tech kind of game. It would be like with what they think would be your max. Like if they thought that I couldn't have made a better game because it's simple and it's a very engaging game. So that is why I became the finalist. So then, so I used Scratch for making this, and it took me 4 to 5 months to make this whole project. So so I this so in this also graphic designing is very important. As you can see that this character which I'm playing, the ball. So the ball is also it is completely designed by me, and it is so you have to be very creative in coding because I had to come up with this idea and uh, generally many of the games in the world I have like many ideas have been already taken. So you have to come up with something new, which will enhance your creativity very much. So and I had to overcome glitches because in like game development there are a lot of glitches and you need a lot of patience to do it. So by coding you will also increase your patience. There's one of my other code to learn games. It's called Notice Alpha. So it's basically a platformer, just like the previous one. And this has basically like a story, and it has chapters and a boss you have to fight and all that. So here is the number guessing game which I made when I was very small. So this is one of my initial projects I wanted to show. So I made this when I was younger, when I was around 7. Oh, I was 7 years old. So now this is Microsoft Odoo which I was telling you about. So this is like a race kind of game. So Odoo is a very good way to start with coding and learn. It's very engaging. Odoo, you will have a lot of fun while doing it, and you can make multi-level games and very high concept based games and skill level games. So, so next, this is a maze which I made on Odoo. So here I've so so I made this very tough maze and I don't know the way myself. So I keep failing again and again until I finally find it. Yes. And you can see that I've added multi-level, so Kodu can handle like many kind of ideas. So Kodu is not very restrictive, and it's very easy. It is much easier than Scratch, but I would like to insist that you start with Scratch and then go with Kodu. And there are many other also other than Kodu and Scratch. So for 2D game development and all that, you can use them also. So you can find them easily on YouTube. So here is a website I made using HTML and CSS and JavaScript. So there was a template which I took online and then I basically customized it on my own. So I changed the website's name and you can see how I connected the website and how I edited the text and how I changed the basically the concept of the website. So this is completely made on HTML and so this is one of the advanced projects. Now I'm going to show you after this a bit basic project which I made just starting off with HTML. Yeah, so here is the I made this pizza delivery form. So this you can basically like select different kind of like sauces or toppings etc. It is just up to you. I just randomly selected anything to show. But and this you can learn very easily. So basically, in coding, you just have to have the patience to learn everything because you will want to learn many things at a time, but that is not possible. So you will have to go one by one and then find a way to the like the best language and what is the best genre for you, like game development or website development. Here's another website I made, and basically this is for my school project. I made this as a holiday homework, and this has copy protection and safe protection applied. So when you see that selection is disabled, I'm just doing that on purpose because it is to show that copying and saving is disabled on this website. And has like I've created a contact and this is I've made my own website and these are all my coding kind of all the certificates and here's a blog and here is a contact. So that is it for the video and also that I encourage all of you to start with coding and whatever grade you may be. I think that coding will really help you and you should even if you don't know how to do anything, you can always learn everything. from like or you can get some classes, or you can get tutorials on YouTube. So it is a great tool. You can use YouTube for tutorials. So there are many ways in which you can start with coding. So I encourage all of you to do so. Now, if anybody has some questions, I can answer them.
Fantastic, Yuvraj. Marvelous. I'm really speechless. I like it's
Thanks.
unbelievable. Unbelievable from a student who is still studying, and you have done so much. May God bless you always. It's really wonderful to see the young child as you doing lots of things, and most importantly that you have very clear vision and you know where to go and how long you are going to be there. So thank you very much. And now this is, as you have already announced, this is question answers time. So let me invite some questions. If the students have some questions, kindly raise up your hand or write in the chat box so that we can give you the opportunity to ask the questions. Yuvraj, may I request if you can stop sharing the screen?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. And big round of applause to Yuvraj. It was really a fantastic session. And from a student, I have seen in my career, like 29 years of my teaching experience, I have seen even the adults, the professionals, the teachers, sometimes they are also not so confident as Yuvraj was while presenting. So wonderful, and a special thanks to the parents who have taken special care of this wonderful child. Now, okay, so Alicia is asking, ma'am, what thing coding will help us?
Okay, so I'll answer this. So basically, I had a slide explaining all of this, but I'll tell you. So it will help you a lot in basically problem solving, creativity. The problem solving, because if you have a bug in your code, you have to look for it, you have to solve that. So problem solving. Then if you have a like if you think creatively, so you can make a project on whatever you want, so that enhances creativity. So if I can share the screen, I'll just share the points again.
Yep.
I'll just share it with you. Yeah, see. So also it helps with confidence, basically to present your code. So if you can do it in a hurry, so and you don't have the time to test it, so it will increase your confidence a lot. Then also coding is getting technology actually is increasing every day. There is a new technology every day. So it is very important to know what technology is, because it is a key part in our lives, and it will play an important part always, because as you can see, we are st- all you all of us are on the laptop right now. So it has already become a great part of our lives. um, Next point we have that it helps us to learn about new technology. So basically, it helps us to research about. So if you are working with technology, of course you will want to know more about it, and that will urge you to basically research and it will help you gain the knowledge of the technological and scientific industry. And there is a big, so it will help you with communication, as there is a big community of coders who help each other with their codes. If you have a bug and you can't figure out, they will help you with it. And if there's a big project and you need someone to collaborate with, they will help you with that also. So that is one of the biggest like the thing of coding. Okay. Next, we have technical awareness. So it is basically our online safety and what are the do's and don'ts of technology and how to be safe online. Because as I told you, technology is growing, so that means cyber crimes are also growing. So that is.
Thank you very much, Yuvraj. I think that is going to satisfy Alisha's queries. And here, let me share one good news with you all that Jahaneman, with the help of Cyber Esquire UK, conducts free coding classes. So if you are interested for this free coding classes, you can register yourself. The link I have already shared here. This is for the school students. And secondly, this is a free class, like your fees will be paid by Jahaneman, and Cyber Esquire from UK is going to help you. And secondly, coding, there is no doubt, there should not be any doubt to ask that how coding is going to help, because coding has been made mandatory by even CBSE in the schools. So now it is mandatory for all the students to learn it. So naturally it has lots of benefits. That's why CBSE has made it mandatory. Otherwise, why CBSE will make?
Ma'am, there's some more questions I can answer those also.
Yes. How can
Okay.
coding improve our memory?
Memory. So this is so when you start with a new coding languages, you have to remember many of the codes and the ways how to do coding, how to start with coding. So you have to remember some of the code lines, and so that helps you like improve your memory. You have to remember many things. So coding is mostly about remembering because you have to apply that, and you can't always get a paper which has all the codes written down for you, and you have to remember where to apply what code. That is how memory helps you improve your memory.
Thank you very much, Yuvraj. And I'm waiting for some more questions. Just putting my questions again. Once you learn coding languages, where do you apply that? For example, in the MIT app you talked about. So they have a workspace.
Okay, so
Right.
whatever I've told you, so the PPT I think will be shared with you. So you can search up their names on basically. So if you're on Scratch or like MIT, you can basically search. So MIT is a Google-based software like designer. So the app, so you can design apps on Google itself. So you don't have to install a software like Scratch or Coding. So there you will find tutorials on YouTube, and then you can start with making your app. Secondly, if you want to do HTML and CSS in JavaScript, so there are many code, like you can put down your script on many code writers. So I'll give you I'll tell you the software which I use. It's a completely free software. It is called Visual Studio Code. So it is one of the best. You can code all the languages on it. So you just have to download their extension, and then you can go ahead with it. And then export your graphics. So I do my graphic designing on a software called Blender. You can easily install. It's a completely free software, and then you can again learn from the internet and start with your Blender and design anything you want. And it can also do in animation and all that.
So thank you very much, Master Yuvraj, and thank you everyone. It was really a fantastic session. And those who could not join in the beginning, because I can see now the strength is more than the beginning. So I am going to share the video with you all, and you all can go ahead, watch it again and again, and then try to be a coder and try to learn as much technology as possible. And if you really want to join the coding class free, I have already shared the link. You can register yourself. And if you want to contact Yuvraj, I request Yuvraj to kindly provide your contact details with the students.
Yeah, so in the PPT I have given my email. So I would like if the PPT was shared with everybody here. So it would help them, learn more about coding. So if they want to see, and if you want to see the name of the software, they can go ahead and look through the PPT.
Thank you very much. And since tomorrow is tomorrow is festival, that's why Jahaneman's usual viewers are less in number. They must be preparing for tomorrow's Eid. So I wish everyone, those who celebrate Eid, a very happy and blessed Eid. And once again, I thank Yuvraj, and I would like to request Yuvraj parents to kindly say a few words on this occasion. Please
I
identify.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think they are here in the meeting.
Oh, they are not here.
I don't think.
Can we choose if Reena ma'am, would you like to say on behalf of Yuvraj's parents?
Yes, yes, I am grandfather. I am grandfather, grandmother.
Hey, thank you. Nice meeting you. So God bless you always. And this child is a talented and gifted child. And please take special care of the child. And Jahaneman is always available. Whenever Yuvraj is going to do anything new, any innovation, any new skills he is going to learn, this platform is available to motivate him, to provide him the platform so that he can contact with the students and interact with them. So thank you, everyone. Thanks once again.
Thank you.
And take special care and please be connected. Jahaneman every day at 6 o'clock. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Yuvraj.
Sanjeev.